Okay. Okay, my friends, welcome to this beautiful farming match that has started off, a little bit shakenly, right? Which means that you might see that I have my flash on cooldown, which is, it is something, right? And also, I don't have a potion anymore. I can neither confirm nor deny that they caught me in the bushes, okay? They caught me in the bushes, and that is not something you want to happen to you. I was, in all fairness, quivering in the blue buff bushes, and that is not, Oh. Careful with this. Because I've taken so many of those nibbles, and I was just waiting for the ghouls to spawn and do exactly that. I don't even understand how am I almost equal with him in the poke, even though he was just freely hitting me again and again and again and again and again, right? That's just Yorick. Those are ghouls, those are the children. The children do work. Whoop! There it is. Almost caught him too, right? Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna be buying Profane Hydra, and Profane Hydra is something... trying to make him miss some CS. He has 10, I have 15, and he's almost lower than I am, so... Azir, who is the poke? Long-range poke. Unfortunately, I don't have flash because of the before-mentioned situation, so I'm not going to be able to, go further than this middle line here, because as they say in Jiu-Jitsu, whenever your elbow is over the middle, you dead, right? Because someone can just, push that thing off to the side, and then suddenly you have given your back, right? And if you, there are only a few occasions in the, in your life when you can turn your back to someone and it's going to be positive. Most of the time, it's not going to be positive. Most of the time, it's just not going to be positive. Now, there is something going on the map, and I don't understand. Is it just me, or is it really... Is it really as stressful as I... Because I feel stressed right now. I don't know why. I really don't know why. Honestly. Okay. Now, I discovered that apparently people have been putting their butts in the air. What? What did you just say? Did he just say people have been putting their butts in the air? Yes. Because apparently it was... Maybe it was some time ago already, or it's still going on. People wanted to sunbathe their butt. Okay? And it's not like only their behind. They wanted to do, the butt. Okay? I think we all know what I'm talking about here, okay? The butt. And apparently, I don't know how it started exactly, but it's almost like kind of like a trend where people were... Again, I'm not sure what exactly is the logic of that. Maybe they wanted to absorb some vitamin D, and if you have to put your butt in the air to absorb some vitamin D, well, that you need to reevaluate something, okay? Because I can't imagine doing that and thinking, this is totally fine. And apparently there was some... Okay, now I'm gonna be going into the territory of being really crass, but that's just the truth. It's not like I'm, I'm just trying to find the right words. Apparently there was some spreading going on, and apparently there was some kind of epidemic, not an epidemic, but medical professionals were kind of raising alarms that, hey, people are sunburned in those areas, and so stop doing that. It's not good. And I didn't know about this. I just read, I just listened about that on a podcast, that apparently people did that, and I thought, you know, I don't even know if what you're doing, guys, would suffice. Okay, let me get some health back on this. Thank you. 44. Would suffice, because what are you actually doing? You know, why? Really, when you lie on the ground and you think, okay, I'm just gonna absorb some vitamin D or vitamin D. I don't know which one's the correct. I guess it's English and American. And at no point did you think, hey man, you know, this is weird. You know, you're laying on your back, doing what you're doing, and you think, you really didn't think, hey man, you know, maybe, you know, whatever. And it's all, of course, the kind of like the problem, the medical problem is that you get sunburned in those areas which are not usually exposed to sunlight, right? So, whoop, there it is. He's gonna get away. We can't catch him. Oh, we actually can. Oh, sweet Jesus, what is this? I didn't know. It's my bad, you know, because it is actually my bad, because we would have killed them if I had followed that faster. I just couldn't have imagined that it's actually gonna work, you know? Wow, that is so weird. Why is Gragas a support? So many questions. Whew. Living fast in this mid lane. Really, honestly, living fast here. It is my bad. Honestly, it is my bad. Yeah, it is. But she was kind of thirsty, wasn't she? For that Azir gank. You can understand, right? So about the butt thing, well, let me say something. I've never done that, and I not often say this, you know, because I'm a kind of like an open person. I think, hey, you know, whatever, things can change. You know, I could one day wake up and think, you know what? F those pills, F the sunlight in general. I'm gonna absorb that thing through the nether regions, okay? I could wake up and do that, you know. That's how I maybe would have said, right? But now I can say confidently, I can't do that, and still think of myself as, I wouldn't say normal, but I just couldn't do it. It seems I would be asking myself, what am I doing, too many times, and I would stop. You know, if I was putting my butt in the air and just, you know, sunlighting that thing. You know, that's... Whew. I couldn't even believe my ears, but the people who discussed it were really serious people. So, you know, those are some serious people who discussed that. The fact that happened. So, I believe them that actually happened. Keep in mind, I didn't believe that that's correct. I just believed that such a thing was a thing, even, you know? What? How did he die? I wonder... Did the E do so much damage that he just died? I should rewind that, right? Okay, the Ascended one. Oh, I have played against this guy. His poke is just so... Those are just tickles, man. Those are just tickles. Don't come close. I'm gonna slap you. Oh. Okay. Honestly, all things considered, I'm lucky I had flash. I am lucky I had flash here. I'm lucky I had flash here. Because he almost left me with my butt in the air, okay? And again, you do not want that. And you have to wonder how, you know, what exactly was the posture that they, you know, took when they did that. Because, oh no. What exactly was the posture that they took? I wonder if I can win against them. Nah, I can't. No. No. Let me heal on this thing. Whoop. 100. Always use your Q on those things because they heal you. And you usually, you know, when you're running away, health is of the essence, right? So, so always remember that you can actually heal on those things. I only recently started remembering. Damn, he's just going from a gank to a gank and having success. Okay, I'll take this, thank you. Maiden, please. Ghouls, almost perfect. It's fine. It is fine. Okay. Now my question is to you, my friends. If I'm going Titanic Hydra, do you think it's better to go Heartsteel or Liandry's? Is it the boring answer where if enemy have health, then Liandry's? If enemy low health, then Heartsteel? Is that the boring answer? Like the real, you know, the answer that we all just kind of feel in our bones? Okay. So the Comet is definitely easier in the early game. Again, the same thing he did. And I survive. Wow, this is just crazy. What the F? Where's Kindred? Because if Kindred isn't here, we could take that first blood tower home, but yeah, too dangerous, sorry. Yeah. Although, I do want to get that one more wave here. Damn, that health diff, right? Ruby Crystal diff. Or Overgrowth diff, maybe. Even. Okay. Can I recall, or is he going to interrupt me? It won't be too bad if he does interrupt me. Yeah, there it is. Whew, that was, you know, living fast. Living real fast here. Real fast. Yeah, the Comet is definitely easier in the early game, okay? But the health stacking really scales compared to Comet, okay? What is he doing? Why is he ganking? My friend, you might be ganking, but you might lose the first blood tower if you do that. Okay. We lose the first blood tower now. Well... Now, it might be confusing to you, my friends, because first time Azir is 5-0, and that's Tristana. And we have Azir who is 0-1, who isn't first time Azir, I'm guessing. So I realize how that could be confusing for you, but that's just the reality of this lobby. That is just the reality of this lobby. How did she die? What the happened there? I guess she used... Oh yeah, she used the R button. That's the big bazooka. Can get them. Don't do this. Don't do it. Don't do it. Rakan, survive. Okay. These guys are tickling me, you know? And I'm not laughing. If you tickle me and I laugh, then at least, you know, something happened. Right? At least I laughed. So there was a value in that. I kind of want to get this. Okay. I can't. If the ghouls are trolling me, then how can I do that? You know? Now, one thing I need to keep, keep in mind is that sometimes the ADC, when they're really fed, you can't just blindly stack health, right? You have to be a little bit careful with that health. Oh, no. Okay. You just can't blindly stack health. You can probably still do it, but blindly, I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay. I might need to get that Randuin's Omen, you know. Maiden, please. I'm so lucky that this guy didn't body slam Maiden. I am so lucky. I kind of feel like that Meth Enjoyer is going to, you know, at some point wake up with his, you know, butt in the air. Oh, lost. Lost the cannon, damn. We need a good engage and then I ignite. Oh, okay. Oh. That was actually, it was me who engaged there. Gotta be careful with her too, because she does extra, you know, the health damage, right? She does that health damage, like percentage, I mean. I learned that in one of my last videos when I said, hey, should I read the abilities? And someone said, yes. I read them and, you know, I learned. Okay. Okay. You know what? I think I need to get Randuin's Omen, the first item. I'm not sure if that's the best choice. I'm just gonna do it, and later you can criticize me for it, and I will welcome it. But let me just do that, okay? Let me just do that. Just for this one game. Because... oh yeah, also I'm gonna need the Force of Nature. Yes, I'm gonna need the Force of Nature after that. Okay, but it's fine, you know. It's fine. I can do something crazy. I can be a crazy tank this match. What matters is that I keep farming, you know. And if I can keep farming, it's all good. I don't mind getting some defensive items. What I do mind sometimes is that if I get too many defensive items, for example, if I start with Heartsteel, which maybe is a defensive item, I don't know. Probably is though. And then I can't farm. Now that's what bothers me. But if I can farm like this, then it's cool. All is cool beans. By the way, why have they lost the... excuse me? I thought that they are winning. Where's the tower? Did Azir just die once? And oh, Azir's gonna help him. Azir's gonna help him. Gardening. Okay. No, Azir's not helping him. By the way, did you know that this thing stops damage from also stuff like... okay. Almost. Oh, did I actually... did I actually get her with that or not? Because if I did, that's beautiful. Beautiful use of Randuin's Omen. Right? There it is. He's gonna escape still, but, you know, still. Anyway. You know. Actually, he doesn't have mana, so... nah, he escapes. Maybe he won't escape her. Yeah, there it is. Edith. Edith, Diana. Have you said thank you once? If she flames me, then I should say that. But if she doesn't flame me, then it doesn't really apply, does it? Does it? I almost feel like in this match, I should just go straight for Leandries now. And then if these guys get fed, Azir and Gwen, then I would get the Force of Nature. Also, we have dragons, you know. The game started very poorly for us, but at some point... and I don't want to be, you know, patting myself on the back yet, but I feel like I did something, right? What's happening with the health on that dragon, Riot? Well, I guess, you know, this we have a different understanding of how a health, you know, difference in the dragon does need to look. A low health bar on a dragon, I mean. Block damage 0 thus far, so... you could argue that that was not a good decision to get that. Although, no, you have to argue that, yes, it was a good decision. Yes, it was a good decision. Okay. There was actually, on my last video, there was kind of a sweet comment that the person got you know, they got into a, let's just say, oh, that was pretty good. That could be Randuin's Omen diff if I hit that. They got cheated on by their significant other, and it left a kind of like, you know, whoop, there it is, flash diff. Left a kind of like a, you know, almost a scar. Not almost, but probably. It's right now, I'm guessing it's kind of more like an open wound, you know, and then it might leave a scar later on. And it didn't really ask for my advice. Just said that, you know, it's nice to have some videos to chill to while, you know, going through some rough times. And people have said this to me, and I always find it very heartwarming to know that people watch my videos to kind of chillax. And I think there was a guy was in the hospital and sent me, hey, you know, I'm watching from the hospital, you know, and did the little rock hand gesture, and that was nice. That was nice. And I don't know. Again, you didn't ask for my advice, and I'm not really. I can't really give you any advice about the heartbreak. But hey, at least you're not. You know, you're not putting your butt in the air, right? To the sun. I should do some research. What exactly was that? What exactly was that? When people did that, you know? What exactly was that? Because that sounds ridiculous, but I believe it. I believe it, you know? Totally believe it. Okay. Totally believe it. Okay. Critical strike chance 65. Well, I don't care. No offense. I just don't care, my brother. Oh, Jinx, not Jin. Okay. I don't mind sharing this because I get HP, right? I get HP from this. Oh, what you doing? Did I slow her? What was that flash? There it is. Caught her. Right at the end. Right at the tail end of that. Careful, I have Leandries. Tristana. And there it is. Leandries diff. Although maybe it wasn't the Leandries diff, but you know, Jinx diff. Draculas. It has the Batmanas vibe, right? Bill telephone. Los Pingüinos. Los Pingüinos. Penguins. Okay. By the way, why does Nordic and East server have so much Spanish language, you know? Because we do quite a lot. Okay. I don't even want to finish my boots just because, you know. The ghouls will finish him. You'll see. It's gonna happen. Gotta be really careful with these champions who have these max health damage because I am just blind. No, I'm not saying I'm blindly doing that, but I am stacking health, okay? And you gotta be really, really careful with that. Against Gwen and this guy. Whew. Okay. Just a riveting match, actually. But yeah, Comet, you can do the same thing, exact thing I'm doing right now, just with the Comet. But the thing is, it really does work in the early game mostly. And I'm just not sure if it's worth, you know, having that early game. Because I know I've said that, you know, every game has an early game, but not every game has a late game. That's true. But somehow, you know what it is. Sometimes it just goes into late game, you know. Sometimes it's true, sometimes it's not. So why am I even trying to get some kind of a closure statement here? There's no closure statement. Come on. Okay. We have the Ocean Soul, you know. Maybe I should have stacked health. Damn, she's strong. She is really strong, man. Okay, they hadn't used their jump. It's so nice that they are coded in such a way that the jump can be used later if they don't immediately. Damn, missed it. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna get Force of Nature. It's gonna be funny. It's gonna be funny. You'll see how she becomes much less of a problem with the Force of Nature. To be fair, I am fed, right? I have 1, 2, 3, and it's gonna be 4, and she only has 1, 2. Yeah, she's gonna have 3 soon. Probably has it, no? No, she does not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Yeah, and again, Eclipse is very, very good with the Comet, but if you go this farming route, it is kind of satisfying to be able to farm the waves very, very quickly and very efficiently with this thing, while having, while still having the, you know, tank items. Tank items. Where is it? 2-8. Yeah. Okay. Nah, can't do it. Does she have... Oh, yes. These items are actually quite good that I'm building against the enemy team. I might even top all of that off with, you know what? Oh, no, 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 no. No, no, no. If I recalled right now, what... If I recalled while they're doing Baron, for no reason recall, just because, you know, I just wanted to get my item. If I did that and if I was in a team with a coach, the coach would, you know, kick my butt and I would end up with my butt in the air, you know, trying to suntan that, oh, almost said the S word. I guess I can easily say suntan that shit, because that's not that big of a deal on YouTube. You know what? 2 seconds. Do I catch her? Nah, she has too many stuff, you know, things. You know, not satisfying ending because of the I didn't get my item, but still, pretty fun game, right? Kind of a roller coaster. So yeah, thanks for watching this, and I'll see you next time.